Hi, welcome. It's Montana Taplinger here at 530 Burns Gallery. We're thrilled to bring you our next installment of our virtual gallery tour. And we're going to give you information about 9 of our artists. We'll show you in their studio, some of their latest work, a little bit more background knowledge on them. So I think you'll really enjoy this. And we're going to go ahead and jump right in. So right behind me, we are featuring Sarasota-based artist Cassidy, who's known for her transformative oil paintings. They evoke feelings of zen, of calmness, of peace, probably because Katie's background as a yoga instructor, these feelings come through the painting and often into the viewer, making her work really so popular in the gallery and just easy on the eye.
Carter Wentworth works in watercolors and gouache on thick arches hot-pressed paper. His pieces are inspired by nature. The garden informs his paintings and the paintings inform his gardens. And he lives in Marblehead, Massachusetts, where he's able to tend to the gardens and work on his paintings. Though Carter's pieces are flat, there is incredible dimension created by the little vignettes that take you deeper into a new layer of the painting, and you explore the ecosystem that he creates within his work.
I'd like to direct your attention to our next artist, Bettina Sego. Interestingly, we've carried Bettina's work since we opened the gallery doors 10 years ago. We've loved to watch her work evolve. She's consistently inspired by the use of mixed media and in nature. And behind me is her newest piece in a more transitional style of mid-century modern. And as always, we love her bold use of color.
Andrea Dasha Reich is nationally and internationally acclaimed for the work she does in resin. She pioneered the resin art movement some 25 years ago. She actually lives here in Sarasota as well. The pieces behind me are her newest body of work, which is actually an exploration of moderation for the artist and all about the frozen fluidity of the color and the simplicity of the movement in the resin.
Specializing in Sarasota scenes, plein air painter Linda Richichi literally transports the viewer to that perfect place. Using color, Linda allows you to bring higher energy into your space by featuring one or multiple pieces of her work. An interesting way to collect Linda's work is to make a gallery wall with several of her smaller pieces. Linda works in both pastel and oils and recently received signature status in the Pastel Society of America. As a plein air painter, you'll often see Linda set up and with her mobile studio around Sarasota, capturing one of her signature Sarasota scenes.
Joan Konkel takes painting into the third dimension by twisting and manipulating metal mesh and playing with our visual optics by sculpting the mesh and painting underneath to create a dynamic piece. As light hits it, as you move around the painting is always changing and evolving. We exhibited Joan Konkel's work at Art Expo New York in 2019 and enjoyed connecting to the greater art collecting world. Arleen Joseph is an abstract landscape painter based out of New York City. In the oil painting behind me, you will see Arleen using a sophisticated color palette with burnt oranges and heavy texture from her brush. In the center of the canvas, the paint has been blended to create an atmospheric haze. In addition to spending time in her studio in New York, Arleen Joseph has traveled extensively to San Miguel in Mexico, and the beautiful landscapes there inspire her work.
If you're looking for a piece for a larger scale, consider artist Anita Lewis, who's an abstract painter using oil paints based in California. And interestingly, Anita does not use a paintbrush. She pushes and scrapes the oil painting to create layered texture in her work, making it really eye-catching and, again, works in the larger scale.
Let's dive into paintings by Cathy Fraga. She is inspired by vintage chinoiserie. Her paintings are first layered with fresco. That fresco creates this inherent texture throughout her pieces as she explores the gentle patina of time, the dynamic old meets new, and she creates these stories through hidden motifs, through colors and textures, through bold swatches of color. And as we pan over the painting, you will see all this incredible texture.
Thank you all so much for joining us. We hope that you've enjoyed seeing a little bit from each of the artists that we featured today. Please also keep in mind our art services, which while social distancing still continue. We can also bring a piece to your home to drop off for you to try and see in your space. Please call, text, email, or follow us on social media to get in touch, and we'd be happy to assist you. Thanks again.